Yeah, and here we are then. So,
On
well,
on this next semi-final heat for the women's division, we got Francesca taking on Mikaili, and this is going to be an interesting heat because the winner will move on to the final and take on Angelique Boulou. Ew, she is stoked, claiming it.
this is interesting. This is on our screen. I should take a picture just in case, because they're going to tell me what happened. So
And
we're yet to bring you the full rundown then on what's happened with Hills Heat, but I have requested it here. It's a protest to be discussed, to be resolved shortly, Ruben. Cool. That sounds interesting. I'd love to be in that protest. And actually, ironically, somehow the back-end system's given me the scores of Jamie Overbeek and Hilvlugd, even though we're on this heat with the ladies here, which we're looking the way I've got this scores right now, Ruben. There's a protest. That's all I know. And I have to stick officially. There was about 0.5 or 6 difference from them. Jamie Overbeek winning over Hilvlugd. But as far as we know, Gil or somebody has had to do a protest. So we will get to the bomb here.
it still says Geel Vlucht in the semifinals, but the scores here say different on our screen. So let's see.
Here we go. Francesca Maini from the UK up against Mikaili Sol flying under the USA flag. That is correct. I was informed yesterday by Craig, of course, Cunningham from Duotone. Whoa! Meanwhile, Francesca Maini going out of focus.
Oh!
She can't just ride through that first powered mega loop. That was high. 14.6 meters opening up her account, Ruben. This is a biggie.
Nice. Yeah, she just got yanked out of balance a little bit there. So, unfortunately, crashing on the landing here. So, ending up in a 0 score for her first trick attempt.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for her. So she's up against the world champion Mikaili Sol. So flying under the USA flag. She actually has dual citizenship, apparently Brazil and the United States. So this was deliberate.
So, in the end, it turned out that Jamie Overbeek is indeed through over that heat against Geel Vlucht, who seemed very upset about the first initial scores that came in. But after reassessing everything, Jamie Overbeek did make it through to the semifinals and is on to Liam Whaley in a little bit in the men's semifinals of the men's division. But right now, here in the semifinals, Francesca taking on Mikaili Sol, who is absolutely champion in freestyle and big air. So yeah, this is the hottest in the sport right now. The wind is on. I think the girls are riding 5 or 6 meter kites.
Where are you getting that info from? Am I not on the same WhatsApp groups as you? Well, you're just looking at the scores. Yeah, I know, but that could still change.
It did change.
It did change? I
Again,
thought I
just
wasn't
now.
on a WhatsApp group that I should have been on, that you were
Yep.
or something. But no, not that WhatsApp group. Yeah, here we caught another biggie then from Francesca Maini. And she can't stick that one. Or was that the same one? There was no... it was a replay. There's the replay. And... maybe was that the second attempt from Francesca Maini?
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah,
very
yeah,
similar
yeah.
to the
Oh, yeah.
first, though, Ruben.
Very similar, but crashing even harder on this attempt. Yeah, and that's correct. In the previous heat against Jamie and Giel, the wind was kind of challenging. There were some lulls in there, but the race directors decided to keep it going as the guys were still getting the scores on the board when they found the gust. So that's how it also works in condition-dependent competitions.
It's the Lords of Tram 2023 here at the GKA Big Air Kitesurf World Cup. We're in the south of France. There you go. You can see the buildings, the terracotta tiled look that we see all around this area of the Mediterranean. And we are in the Mediterranean. I mean, are we in the Mediterranean Sea here? Would you call this the Mediterranean? We're just off the... This is the sea of the Mediterranean. Even though it's a lagoon off the shore. The Mediterranean's actually to the left-hand side here behind those trees. As we see Mikaili Sol just shaking off her hair. What's up with the scores here, Rubes?
Point blank.
Point blank out.
The wind blew away the scores.
At least they're both going through to the final at this rate. Oh, that wind got scary. What was that for a gust of wind on the lives? That was really scary,
A gust
Ruben.
of terror.
That was a gust of terror. That was straight out of Augusta.
Yeah, promote the air style, bro. Nice one, Toby, with your 1 million trick variations. Nice floaty, lofty jumps. And these guys definitely taking that to the next level, combining it with big air, so that's absolutely epic. Putting the extremity to the board off maneuvers with plenty of rotations, epic height. And the stronger the wind, the stronger these riders can jump. And Francesca and Mika are battling it out to get a spot in the final.
I know what you're thinking. You're watching this just thinking, what is going on here? Don't worry. I'm thinking the same here. We've got a replay here of Francesca just trying to get one of her mega loops in. We'll get the scores sorted out here for the moment. We're also in the dark here, me and Rubes. Got a dead iPad here, Rubes. But 5.03 from Mikaili Sol is up there on the board. And I thought there were more landed tricks in. Oh, there we go. Some scores coming in now. So we start to make a bit more sense of this semi-final heat number 2. It's day 2 down here near Perpignan, 2 hours north of Barcelona. The locals have come out in force here, and we've had great support from Bacares, the port. Cool, what a camera change that was, Ruben. Am I going cross-eyed? Mega loop delayed back roll from Mikaili Sol. Couldn't take that landing, Ruben. It was a bit of a dropout. It had to really absorb it.
Nicely done. Let's look at a little replay here. She did the loop, then threw herself into that late back roll. Unfortunately, bouncing too far forward for her balance to ride out clean. So Mika is normally a lot more consistent, but here goes Francesca with a kite loop late back roll of her own. Not going super high, only 5.1 meters. Well, there we see it from Francesca, but she's landing it, and that's always better than crashing, but I doubt this will be a high score because it wasn't super high. What the judges are looking for is definitely height, the variation in the tricks, also the style, the commitment, and the kite angle, which all are looked at very closely by the judges.
Ruben, these ladies have had to wait around all day for this. You know, you've been in these positions before, as we see Mikaili Sol going straight into it. Is she going to go into another rotation? Just the boogie loop, the move that you brought to the fray, Ruben Lenton. But just getting back to that, how must they feel? You know, there's a long day waiting for this semi-final. So we see another nice replay. That was a nice move, Ruben.
That was an epic
how do
boogie.
they keep themselves, not from getting cold or staying motivated on the beach in those situations, Ruben?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm so proud of all the ladies stepping it up in the big air discipline. And here Mika shows that throwing epic boogie loops, no props. And she can even do the board off mega loops as well. And I'm looking forward to see this heat unfold further. They're going pretty close, but how are they feeling in these type of conditions? They're training more and more in strong winds, and they're really practicing their tricks. So it's all eyes. Oh, what is this? A very low contra loop. It was probably only 1 meter above the water. That was the lowest contra loop I've ever seen. Look at that. There she goes in a forward and a contra loop. Still landing it though. It's, not going to score that well.
Stay with us because we will have the finals coming up of both the ladies and the men very shortly. What a way to end your Sunday here, or maybe to start your Sunday or start your Monday. How about that, Ruben, for wherever you are?
Monday, ho, easy. We still have a party to go.
Yeah, on a Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday night we're throwing a big party after the event.
All right, nice.
Let's go. Ready to play some music, get everybody grooving, dancing. Woo! On the disco vibes. Let's go. But not there yet. We still have the semis of the men and the finals of the men and women's division coming up. So, now she is sticking it. Mikaili Sol from Brazil, landing that move properly. Let's look at the replay here coming up. Here she goes. Mega loop, laid back roll, and this time landing it clean.
She looks like she's really riding well in this heat, Ruben, Mikaili Sol, but she's not quite through the woods yet. She has, what is this? They're both on about 4th or 5th trick here. So she's going to have some more attempts here. The wind just dying down again, Ruben. It's almost gone quiet again in this live stream booth. It's been a very interesting day of Tramontana, and it's come very much from the north to me. I mean, look at the angle that Francesca Maini is going back into the beach here now, and it's more of a cut than usual, which you can't quite tell from that angle, but this is not as perpendicular with the beach. Perpendicular? There's a joke to be had there with Perpignan. But we're in the same...
Perpendicular. Nice one,
It was
Luke.
clear to you, Ruben. I wasn't ready for that.
Totally
one.
made sense. Totally made sense.
Perpendicular. Perpendicular to the beach. Here she comes, left foot forwards, riding towards the crowd, breaking off again, right foot forward. She just changed kite there. What's happened? She's ended up quite far out the zone. 4.0 is her lowest score at the moment, Ruben, and she'd like to boot that out of her scores. And that's a kite loop front roll. I think we're going to see a bigger kite loop front roll from her now.
I think also from Mika, I think she has a bigger straight kite loop in her repertoire, so she can get more critical on that one to better that 5 score.
She didn't really get that takeoff there, and I wonder if she's thinking maybe I can sneak another go, but I think the judges will score that a 0. Let's see.
And some people were wondering about the prize money involved in this event, and this event is I think a combined total of 16k only. And yeah, I think the big air discipline definitely deserves more for the amount of risk, the amount of time, that effort, skills that go into this. But the sport is rising, and we are trying to give you the best show possible. So I think it's 8k for the women and 8k for the men, divided over the top 4. So yeah, taking home a couple K and some good sponsor deals, hopefully, for the riders.
Yeah, and we've got to put it out there as well. Events like this, we can put it out there to the world, seeing you all interacting with us on the live stream and putting on a good live stream, getting some good content, images, videos. We've got the top riders in the world here. We've got huge channels on social media, so it's getting it out there to attract these sponsors, which it's all about. As you see, Francesca Maini with just a mega. What was she? I think she was thinking double trouble there, Rubes.
No.
You know, you tell me what she was thinking.
Okay, well, that will be interesting. She's
already
going for the
got a kite
takeoff.
loop.
Kite loop? No, definitely not high enough for a double.
She's already got a 4.73 kite loop in the bag here. Why would she have just gone for another
Because she
straight
doesn't know
one?
what she scored. Maybe she felt like it wasn't good enough and she could better the score by a lot. But yeah, besides the prize money, obviously, there's huge pride being taken away if you do well in the event. That definitely ups your confidence and makes your name grow in the kite sport, which is nice. There's a lot of passion in the sport, a lot of respect for each other amongst the riders, great sportsmanship always in the events. We're a tight community. We love each other. We love riding and progressing all together. So that's what this is about, the love for the sport and the love for each other, and seeing everybody fly through the sky.
Mega loop delayed back roll then to the right hand side for Mikaili, so which is her preferred tack to perform that move. She's got a lovely technique as she gets nicely backwards on for that move, and it looks like she's coasting to this one, Ruben.